right, well, I mean, as you can see, we're on the bike. Got some new gloves. Got the black camo misguided gloves. Took a little bit to get here because, you know, water and whatnot, but they're here. And I have the 2024 lean back gloves, and I got them in a large, but unfortunately they were like a little too big. Like they felt just like real baggy, and compared to the motocross gloves that I wear from Troy Lee Designs, these in a medium don't feel that bad. I want to say at the most the thumb is a little short. Like out of all the fingers, the thumb is what feels the shortest. So I'm gonna just break them in. They'll probably get a little more loose as I wear them over time, but that's pretty good. PSI of my rear tire is still pretty high, but that was felt pretty good. That's second gear speeds. It doesn't feel too bad. Like it doesn't want to walk all over. Yeah, that came up pretty well. It's been 4 or 5 days since I've been out in the lot, so it's nice to be back. It has been a little bit. This will throw it up in first gear. Show you see just how much it wobbles in first with the PSI. Okay, it's not that bad. It was kind of that bad when I was just finished practice, or not practice, but my tire change, because as you can see, we very clearly have a new tire. Yeah, so the tire I originally had was, and I'm not sure if it was OEM or not, but I think it was, because it was the same type as that tire, and we had it on for a while, pretty much since I bought it, and I assumed that was the OEM one because there was about 3,000 kilometers on the bike when I bought it, and now we're at like 6,000 plus. So my time practicing and learning and whatnot wore down the rear tire more than the front, so we only changed the back because the front has still more than enough tread, so I didn't want to just waste a perfectly good tire and, you know, spend more money than I needed to. So we replaced the one because having mismatch is not even that big a deal, but I decided to go with white walls because I absolutely love the look of white walls, and literally every time I go into the garage and I look at my bike, I just get a smile. I just get a smile on my face. It's just I love looking at it. It added something that it felt like it was missing. Like I love looking at it now. Anyways, one other thing is sort of hard to see, but if you were to look real closely, we have an idle adjuster. Look at that. So I talked about it before, and I don't know if it was a short or reel or what video, but I talked about it and being like, I wanted to learn how to do clutch work without necessarily, I guess I wanted it to be a bit of a safety net, but like, I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's, at this point, the more I talk about it, I feel like the less value it has. Anyways, we have an idle adjuster. I've still got it around stock, or around yeah, OEM's idle, so it's pretty good. But I was messing with it, just seeing how it worked, and let's see if I can just mess with it a little bit. Let it turn on, warm up a bit, and turn up the idle. Not too much. I want to see at what point does it like Like, does it just kind of run on its own without stalling? Okay, it's doing pretty good. It's not stalling, which is good. It's literally just going on its own. That's no throttle, no bite point, no nothing. Okay, so around, I want to say like 1900 or about 2000 RPM is keep blindly reaching down to try and find it. I'm still getting a feel for these gloves too. So this is good. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird having this because I obviously I'm used to just regular stock bike stuff. I guess obviously, you know, being on a stunted Grom as stock as it can be. But I didn't want to put it too high, just because I didn't want to necessarily mess with the friggin', what's it called? I can't even think of it right now. The air fuel ratio. That's what I'm trying to say. But it seems to go around what my speedometer is not accurate because of my stunt gearing. So what it says is 9 kilometers is much slower. I want to say it's like half that, or like when I'm going like 8, or like what it says is 100 kilometers, I think I'm going just about 80. So it's good to have this though. It's nice, so I don't have to always just use the clutch for like, yeah, it's really long. I'm gonna have to let some air out of the rear tire, but it's not bad. I gotta let some air out of that tire. Yeah, we gotta break these gloves in, so I decided, obviously I'm gonna wear these from now on, just to break them in and, you know, get them comfortable. There, I wanted to make sure I was in the habit of, I want to make sure I'm in the habit of pressing the foot brake, pretty much. Because again, it's been a little bit since I've been out, and I don't want to go too far and do too much. But yeah, it's nice. Obviously, if I turn up the idle more, I can go faster, but I didn't want to put it too much. I just wanted to put it to the point where it wouldn't stall on me when I do like foot down wheelies, because sometimes, as you've seen, when I do foot down like from stop, the bike will go up and then I'll get up too high to the point where the engine speed will slow down, and then it'll cut out and it'll kind of just slam back down. So let's try some foot down stuff, considering we have our idle up. Okay, it's a little awkward again on this right side because my rear set is bent, or my swing arm bolt is bent, which has tweaked my rear set, so it's a little awkward. But let's see. Oh my god. Oh my god. I got up there, I pushed it a little, And because again my rear set is tweaked, and you might be able to see that my foot brake is pointing inward like this. It makes it so, as I talked about in a previous lot session, my leg has to go like this and this to reach the foot brake. So yeah, that was too fast. I was pulling that one out. And it's been a while, like, since I've really sort of practiced the foot down stuff, so that's why it looks like somebody's been tearing up this lot. Gotta respect the lot, man, or we won't have it. Gotta respect your lot. It doesn't matter where you are, what you're doing, you gotta respect your lot, or else you'll end up with a gate or something that prevents you from coming back. That was not good. We shouldn't be going for length, we should be going for control. So again, it's been a little bit since I did foot down, so I'm trying to get comfortable again. But I gotta be honest, it feels really bad with my foot brake like this. Like, it does not feel good at all, because it feels like when I'm off to this side too much, my foot starts kind of slipping. You heard my foot there. I for some reason pressed my left foot down instead of my right foot. I kind of did both, but let's try and stay in the shade. The sun's gonna go down enough to the point where most of it is shade, but it's fine. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit to get used to again, and again, I want to say that I need to try and keep my foot on the foot brake as much as I can, even though it's uncomfortable. And I do mean like physically uncomfortable, like it hurts right here to do it. So I don't know if I should be doing this. Like, I can do it, it's just, it's not nice for the leg. It doesn't feel nice, you know? But, you know, one of my big goals is to be able to get those slow speed wheelies. Like, I want to be able to do these slow speed ones where I can control it, you know, go up to the end, you know, dip back, and, you know, turn and stuff, like do circles and things like that. Because that would be really cool to be able to do that. I was holding the bars a little too tight there. Oh, it just feels so awkward. Like it kind of hurts. It's just not, it's not nice. Just like, look at this. Look at my foot. It's straight when my, like, anyways, I think I should stop with the foot down stuff for now. I don't know, we'll try and keep going every now and again, but keeping my foot in that position just doesn't feel good. Like, it hurts my leg. So we'll keep it sort of chill for now, and we'll just do the regular stuff. But as you can see, I'm also wearing my armor, because I figured I would be doing some stuff that I don't normally do here in this session, so I didn't want to end up, you know, looping again or something. That one felt pretty good. That one felt pretty good. I think, you know, I wanted to just quickly touch on something. I think I had the misconception, and I think that's why I kind of just blip the throttle so much when I'm riding. I think I had the misconception that when you get up to like balance point, oh, there's a snail there. 2 snails, 3 snails. Is that 4? Oh my god, they're everywhere. Oh my god, I gotta be careful. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, that when you get to like balance point and you kind of drop back, you're supposed to, or at least like, yeah, let off the throttle and use the foot brake. And I think that's why I've been like blip, because I couldn't figure out like where I was supposed to let off the throttle. But I've had some people just kind of say that you're supposed to, it's more of like catch yourself, like bring yourself to that point and catch yourself with the rear brake, or like stay on the gas, or like hold the gas steady and then use the brake to catch yourself. Like it should be, yeah, I don't know, I guess I just had the wrong idea. But yeah, you can see I'm wearing my gear though, because we're doing things that are different. So but I gotta admit, it's a little hot wearing this. And admittedly, sometimes I choose, you know, being cool, like temperature wise, over being, I guess, safe. So something I have to I guess change, because I did that last time I was here, or the last times I was here. I wasn't wearing my gear, my armor I should say. Also, I want to note that I think the first time, I don't know if it was the first time or the second time I was here, but one of the times I was here and I was practicing, I noticed that I wasn't actually, like, I think it was one of the videos I recorded or something I recorded and then I posted it. I was looking at it and I was like, I look like I'm really close to the gauge or like the handlebars, you know what I mean? So I was like, you know what, let me try leaning back more. And that changed a lot for me. And that was only in the span of like a day or two, because I didn't realize that I wasn't leaning back as far as I thought I was. Woo! Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to let some air out of the tire. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I put it to like 15 psi. So let's see. Do we have a rock around here that's not accidentally a snail or something? Hey, these gloves are nice though. Oh, I guess I've got like the sort of hand size that's like a little awkward, where it's just, I don't know, large is too big, a little too baggy, but medium is like just right, but the thumb is a little short. And I don't mean by a lot, I mean like by maybe like an inch or a half inch. So yeah, that's something. Roll back. Oh, it's in gear, isn't it? The edge. I'm not trying to lower it too much, because you know, new tire, I don't want to totally ruin it. And I want to be able to practice not like on fully low, but like low enough that I can still do wheelies all right and still ride on the road okay, you know. I think that's all right. Because, oh, also, I changed this tire myself, and I actually did not scratch the rim as bad as I thought I would. Because I had and Willie Mocha, I was talking to him and he was showing me his tire change and he like scratched the absolute fuck out of his rims. Oh, Mocha, it was funny. You're a funny guy. I like you, man. Alright, let's get to it. Going too fast. Too fast. Too furious. Most of the time, like before, I would kind of use some body movement in first gear, even though I didn't necessarily need to. So, yeah. Kind of swirly, but I think that's literally just a first gear thing. You're not really going to get away from that, just because from what I learned, it wasn't even that long ago, somebody was saying that first gear it's always going to want to go over, but the faster you go, the more upright the bike will stay. And that's kind of true. That's kind of true just in general, like for riding. So I guess it's the same up on one wheel. Anyways, I think I should get in the habit of keeping the clutch covered after I clutch up. Because normally from my time learning, I would clutch up and then put my finger back to resting position. So I should keep it like this in resting position, because that's how I ride too, is clutch covered. Because most of the times in the city you're not always like in one gear, or you know, sometimes you're stop and go. But yeah, brought my bag, my camera, batteries and whatnot, just in case, you know, we want to be here a while. That control. It's I'm not in any rush. I'm not gonna like necessarily force anything, because you know, from a practice standpoint, like coming off a break or like even just a few days without riding, want to get back into the groove of things, and then as you get more comfortable back on the bike, then you can sort of push your limits. Some people will just kind of do it. Sometimes I'm like that, but see, that was pretty good. I was leaning back, I dropped back, pressed the foot brake, came back, no problem. I think I had the clutch covered that whole time. I don't remember. By the time we brought it back down, the bike wanted to, and tried to bring it back up, the bike was kind of walking, so. But that's where we want to be. We want to kind of just be in and out of balance point, or yeah, in and out of like dropping back. And the whole time I'm doing this, I'm looking straight forward. Like, I'm not even necessarily looking at anything specific. I'm just kind of staring straight forward. I don't know if that's necessarily bad, but I'm looking straight forward, and each time I drop back, or at least it comes back, the gauge comes into view. And even still, I never break my line of view. I never look anywhere else, unless I'm like trying to sort of steer it, but that's about it. I'll kind of look over to the side. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing too crazy. But it's literally just this. It's gonna be this you know, for hours and days on end, months, whatnot, weeks, all that. Man, okay. I questioned whether I wanted to try and keep it up or not, and I just ultimately decided to put it down. And I will say I can get it up in second. I know it only took me about like not 2 days, but like 3 total days to kind of understand what I was doing, or what I was supposed to be doing. There was the one session, the first session, where it kind of clicked, where I had to figure out like what was the technique to do to get it up in second, and then over time it kind of just got easier. So yeah. I don't think I'm sitting quite square with the bike. Hello, Snail. I'm gonna try and be careful and watch out for these guys, because they're kind of everywhere, at least back here. I don't like killing insects unless, you know, if I don't have to, especially snails, you know, because they're slow and they don't really have the ability to just skitter out of the way, you know. I wanted to, because I'm wearing my gear, or at least at some point when I was deciding to come out, I was like, you know what, if I bring my gear, I at least want to try some knee knockers. And it's not like I haven't tried before. The first time I tried knee knocker, I was doing second gear, and that's how I hurt my wrists, because again, I had my foot brake spring on. I thought I pressed the foot brake, but one thing I guess a little awkward about my bike, or I guess just my setup, is, and I don't know if it's like universal thing, it could just be, but when I'm in knee knocker position, like when I'm here, the foot brake's sort of at a reasonable position. It's sort of like here for me, like that's where the foot brake is. But when I'm in knee knocker, it's almost like it's further down. It feels like it's hard to press. It feels like. It feels like it's hard to reach. Hold on. I'll hop into knee knocker position. I haven't done this in first gear, so I know it's going to come up a lot easier. I tried to do it in second just to get an easier feel. Oh shit! It's so much jerkier in first. Yeah, see, like normally in first or in second, it's not that bad. Oh, and I'm gonna have to get over that fear. Like I could try and keep doing it in second just to keep that like babiness, and I don't know, I'm not sure if that's the way to go. I guess it's just up to what you're comfortable with. Because look here, I'll throw it in second gear. Throw it in second gear and try a wheelie. Oh my god, never mind, don't talk to me about doing wheelies. I can't even wheelie. God, what the hell? I think I'm just failing my body movement. It feels like it's not going at all. Is it my idle adjuster that's doing this? Or is it literally just me? It's not coming up at all. What the fuck, dude? Hold on. Could be my idle adjuster. guess I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I can't even do it anymore. I don't think I'm throwing my body enough. Bruh. I think it's just my body position, my body movement. My brain's kind of shut off from second gear right now. Oh yeah. Also, I think somehow the idle adjuster could be doing it. Never mind. It was just my body positioning. It's because it's like hop up and throw your body back as you clutch out, sort of thing. And somehow, like my brain kind of just like locks up when I'm doing certain movements. Oh, I'm trying so hard. Quit trying so hard. Oh yeah. Look, some motorcyclists. Okay, dude. Go up. Oh yeah. Yeah, my bike just feels so awkward in this position. Like, look at that. Look at my foot. No, it's not just me. It definitely is something to do with the bike. Cause even in knee knocker, I can sort of get it up off the ground. So it's not just me. It almost feels like I'm in third gear. I think the idle adjuster is making the engine speed too high. So I think we'll put it back down. It's not something I wanted to keep normal anyway. It was more for that foot down stuff. And like just kind of cruising, I guess. Okay, let's make sure it should stall. If the engine speed's too straight. I actually don't even know what normal was, but we're just roughly around this area. Motorcycle. Oh yeah. Oh, I wonder if they're doing like a driver's test. No, it's still going. Huh. Although I'm pretty sure when you do your driver's test on the motorcycle, you have to... I thought it was only one person at a time. I don't know. Sure we're in first gear? Yeah, because it's not even stalling anymore. Because normally it'll stall after a certain speed. I guess it's not the worst. If it's still within like its normal idle range, which is like, I guess 1500. It's okay. So okay, no gas. Will it still do it, or does it just cruise? Okay, it still sort of cruises. I'm alright with that. Let's try and put it in second and go again, because I did a second gear on the way here, or at least when I was here. Yeah, I didn't throw my body at all. Oh my gosh. Snail. I think it's gonna have to take a break, like the second gear stuff, because it just, sometimes it doesn't click, sometimes it doesn't want to, you know, go. But I think my body's too stiff. Yeah, let's just leave it for now. Let's leave it alone. It's gonna be a bugger. Doesn't matter, we only need the first gear right now. We only need to work on our first gear. Oh, I am sweating. It is hot. It's like 25 degrees Celsius here. It's friggin' hot, man. Was that second gear or first gear? I think that was second gear. Yeah, I did one over there on my way in. Okay, it's gonna bug me. Snail. I can't force it. I can't force it. No, it doesn't want to go. Maybe I should try the bump technique. Arms. I think my clutch is dragging. I think I'm dragging. I think, like, I sort of feel like I am, but at the same time I'm not. You know? Yeah, you know, my bike's weird. It could, maybe it's a clutch issue. Maybe my bike's just got a clutch issue from all the wheelies in the second gear, because it's never consistent. I don't know, like, it very well could just be me, like, in my inconsistency. Like, it very well could be, but I don't know. Right now I shouldn't be worried about it. Shouldn't be worrying about it. Oh, okay. Look at the moon and look at the sky. Look at the clouds of grass. Oh, I was just say trees and grass. Grass and trees. I don't know which order. Grass, I said. Look at the moon and look at the sky. Look at the clouds, the trees, and the grass. Look at the snails hitting the lot, doing some wheelies with me. Oh, it's hot. My grip. I was thinking about getting a grip stop with my idle screw, but I didn't want to spend the money. It was like $10. But shipping is another whole thing, man. It's shipping what gets you. Especially international shipping, it always adds up to so much. So I don't know, I just didn't do it. No, they're sleeping right now. The gloves feel good though. They feel good so far. I gotta be honest. They feel really nice. It's still good. Yeah. Idle's still good. Kind of like I landed on a rock or something. It could just be that second gear is being difficult because the engine's hot. I don't know. I feel like there's so many variables, but I think the biggest variable is just me and my inability to be consistent with the technique. So, I don't know. Like when people say their clutch is slipping, I don't necessarily know what that means. Does it mean like it's not totally engaging? I guess? I don't know. I suppose that's what it means. I don't know. I think I looked it up a while back and I can't remember what it said. Because I thought my clutch was slipping at one point. Anyways. Friggin' joints right here hurt from earlier. It wasn't even a power really, it was just a chaser. Little foot hook. I try and do that when when I'm like dropping back, sort of. I mean, you don't have to. Like you can drop back fully without hooking your foot. Getting real sweaty though. Oh my goodness. It's okay. I just don't want to totally, like I can wash my pants, but I don't want to. These are the only riding pants I own. Sounded like I landed on a rock again. Being too shallow with it. Too shallow. That didn't feel alright. What the heck, man? Could be just that it's hot or that like it feels like I'm wearing too much, so I feel restricted. But I kind of hurt my joints earlier. I don't know. Staying up at the wrong size, man. Not even to mention the fact that the button broke in like the first week of owning this, and they were bigger than my waist, you know? So it's not even like I was struggling to fit in them. The button that goes through the hole on these are the old MBT ones. This one, it broke. And like it just came off. I was like, what the heck? And it wasn't even like that long after when I went to check that they already had discontinued these ones and made new ones. So I was like, what the heck? Maybe lighter on the throttle. Oh, okay. Let's lock in. Put some music on. Two different directions. That's just that that bit of ground there. Trying to sit back a little more. I'm leaning back as much as I can, but put it down. I kind of just chose to put it down, even though I didn't have to. I guess, you know what? That's actually not a bad thing. Because you know why? That shows that I do have somewhat of control. You know what I mean? Like, I had it up there, and I could have kept going. Full blow, could have kept going, but I chose to put it down. So I think that's some essence of control, and I like that. I should be trying to, I guess, draw it out as much as I can, just to see how much control I can hold over it. Unfortunately, that one was kind of walking in different directions. As you can very clearly see, that one was not ideal at all. Oh my god. Like a rock tried to wash me out. continue that one because I felt like I was chasing. I gotta sort of get used to it, kind of wanting to walk away. Yeah, my arms hurt. Like, it's not my forearms, it's my joints. Yeah, it's my forearm joints that mostly hurts. Because I went, oh yeah, you know why? I went go-karting, and then I had to cut the lawn. But it's not just the front, it was front and back. So both doing, what is it, 36 laps, I think? Yeah, 36 laps on a electric go-kart plus pushing the lawnmower. Yeah, it really did number on my freaking joints. It doesn't look like a seagull though. It's too majestic to be a seagull. It might be an owl, you know. I don't know. It's white and gray, like a seagull, but it's not a seagull. It doesn't have that shape. I don't know what it could be. It's possible that it could be an owl because there's a nature conservation just around the corner. So I think they have owl habitats there, but I don't know. So in that one, and like a couple ones before that, I've been trying to like be a little more loose on the bars because I know that's part of why it's being a little wonky on me, because it wants to walk, because I'm holding it so tight. But these recent ones I've kind of just been like loosely holding it. Like the most I've been doing is kind of just grabbing my hand and kind of pulling a bit just to keep the grip. Oh my god. Alright, I guess I can't wheelie anymore. What the heck. It's only when it gets up to like balance point that I kind of loosen my grip. I don't want it to walk away from me. Or I'm kind of, that last one I was kind of just holding with like these fingers like that. Because yeah, anyways, just little things that I thought I should note that I'm doing to kind of change up. You might notice sometimes when I do have it go off to the side, I'll try and correct it, like kind of push it back into like an upright position and then lean over this way, kind of just like that, you know. It's gonna take a lot of time though. I want to say again, this is like the most consistent practice I've had since I started learning. It's only been this year. Also, I did not pop the clutch. Like, cause when I started, I hadn't been able to get out like every single day, or at least I could have, but I didn't. I don't know. I guess I wasn't like dedicated enough, you know. Feeling better though as I'm changing up these things, getting more into like a comfortable position of like holding it, leaning back, but keeping my finger on the clutch. I don't have to keep my finger on the clutch. It's just something I wanted to do for myself as an early step to when I started learning clutch work, to when I start learning clutch work. I can't even talk anymore. Oh, can't even wheelie. Might need a little break. My foot's kind of, my right foot's being right foot is being ay. That was a chaser straight to jail. Damn. Okay, we got. Okay, admittedly, it started chasing, and then I was able to pull back a little bit, and I noticed it slowed down, but but because I was chasing, I was like, you know what, just put it down. Oh, I noticed that when I'm keeping my hands on the clutch, my finger on the clutch, my thumb is coming out too. I was a little tight on the grip there. I'm noticing that I'm trying to keep it like sort of locked. Been able to do that before. In previous sessions, I was kind of just like trying to, like, I was fighting the handlebars, kind of trying to keep them straight, but at this point I'm I think it's kind of funny because I was doing that before, wondering why I was fighting it so much and that, you know, I couldn't keep it straight. And now I'm like, I'm not even worried about the handlebars anymore. I'm worried about just keeping it up and balanced for it. And I swear to God, when I was talking about that in that video, like how I was fighting handlebars and trying to keep it straight, I was like basically saying what I'm saying now is like, oh, I shouldn't be fighting the handlebars. I should be able to subconsciously just kind of do it. I don't know. Yeah, anyways, it's just one of those things, you know, that you notice that at that point in time, and then later down the line you kind of just go, oh shit, yeah, you remember when I was having trouble with that? Yeah, I don't have that trouble anymore. I love that. It's that, like, I guess eureka moment, if you will. You know, when you just, when something, I guess stunt riders call it when something clicks, when it just kind of just clicks in your mind, and it doesn't feel difficult anymore. It just kind of flows. Like it's not difficult. You spend so much time, you know, having trouble with it, and then one day it just clicks, just like that. Like nothing ever happened. Like it was never a problem, you know? I love that. I love that. Like it reminds me of the times where when I used to play video games, and I would, you know, practice something for so long, and then one day I'd just get it so consistently, and then you'll just click, and I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. It was the same feeling, just the feeling of accomplishment, I guess. I almost panicked because I was holding like this, and then I went I was like, oh shit, my finger's not on the clutch. So I went to go put it on the clutch as I was in the wheelie, and this took a little bit more brain power than it needed. So I went to go put it, and my finger caught a little, and then as it got caught, I was like, oh no. As I put myself past balance point and dropped back a little, and then I was like, oh shit, let's take our foot off, and I slid my foot, and I almost, but my brain was like, it's not that bad, don't do it, just press the foot brake. That was the ultimate thought in my head, was press the foot brake after all that. We shouldn't be dragging it out to get to the balance point, or get to, yeah, to balance point. We should be getting right up to balance point and then go from there. Oh my God, what am I doing? Okay, see, now the sun doesn't necessarily feel like it's bugging me. Now it just feels more cinematic. Does that sound a little cringe? No, having it somewhat sideways on me just feels real cinematic. Maybe I want to do some wheelies in front of the sun. Should I put up my phone? Maybe I should put my phone out to try and get some side angles. It's been a while since I brought my tripod out. I used to bring my tripod in like early sessions to see how much height I was actually getting, because when you first start wheeling, it feels like it's coming up a lot, but when you look at it from the side view, it's actually not coming up that much. It's such a different feeling having the front wheel come off the ground that it feels like it's a lot. So it's a good thing to have like a side view to humble yourself and get a sort of realistic POV. I put my phone down to get some side views. Oh my God, I got neutral. Holy shit. Sorry, I don't usually get neutral. It was because I was drowning my freaking engine in oil before, and it was almost impossible to get neutral. Yeah, I think it's drifting a little bit. But again, we overfill. We use the Rotella oil and we overfill it just because it, you know, we don't have the oil pickup mod from Grand Beardo because I don't have money for that. And I figured after doing some research, I was like, it's some people, again, there's like 3 groups. There's people who don't run any, they just run stock oil, no changes. I think they overfill it, but that's about it. And they have no issues. There's the people who run the mod, the oil pickup mod, and they swear by it. And then there's the people who just run the diesel oil and they have no problems. I just kind of went with that one because I didn't want to have those issues of, like, I don't know. The Sunriders in the community said that running the Rotella diesel oil just was more than enough, so I just went with that. Yeah, so when I do, it might seem a little performative when I put my side view down, just trying to get in frame. Because I'd like to get in frame so I can see what I'm doing, you know what I mean? And no, it's not performative in the way of, like, I'm just trying to get clips. I'm just trying to stay in view because there's only so much view. Do like 1 or 2 more passes in front of the camera. See if we can't get like right up in front of it. to get up like right past it. Let's see. To see how that that white wall looks in front of it too. Pass in front of it and we'll pick it up. I decided to look over at the camera for the last one. That one, I will admit, was trying to be performative. That's it. Should be taking some pictures for the story while I'm out. Make sure everybody was updated as to where I was, because I did not say that I was going out to practice. Okay, yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. We're getting a better handle on these. There was one where I was trying to adjust it, keep it straight. And as you can see, the sun has gone past the horizon, or at least past where it was just beaming on us. Or the sun, oh no, it's just the clouds. Never mind. I guess it would be a lot darker if it was past the horizon. But it is not dark enough for the lights yet. Dude. Can we get a second gear? Anybody? Second gear? Oh my god, I can't shift. Shift! Thank you. Jeez. Almost. Second gear, baby! Oh, okay, yeah, that was second gear. Okay, no more second gear. We've lost it. We've lost the plot. We lost it. And as I said, it just, my knee knocker position on this bike just feels so awkward because my bars are so short and my rear shaft's a little messed up, but so we just gotta be weary of that. So I don't know, because I know it only feels like that when I'm on, on two wheels, and I don't know if I should be practicing it in first to just get it up easier, to get a better feeling of it coming up, or because it's really jerky in first. I mean, like, we know that, like, that's me barely blipping the throttle. Look, because of the torquiness I added with the sprockets. So I don't know, you gotta be a little wary. So Holy shit, look at that thing. It's huge. Holy voice crack. Nerding out over here. That looks like one of those big cargo planes. What's going on? Look at it. Look at it. It's turning. Holy. You can see the exhaust fumes. I don't know if you can really see it on camera, but that is a big plane. This is a good time to point out that you don't have to loan knee knockers, or at least maybe, I don't know. It's something that I'm not sure of yet, because right now there's no, and it's gonna sound stupid, there's no comfortable way to learn it. Because in a sit down, you know, everything's square. You can just sit down right here, holding the clutch, right? But in the knee knocker, you're not even on the seat. We're not even like here anymore. Like, and then again, to say my foot is, look how pointed down it is. It's like this to reach the foot brake. And I'm doing it the way that I was kind of recommended. Put your foot in the slot of the 12 bar and sort of square your leg. It's scary. It's scary. It's as simple as that. It's just scary, you know, because it's new and it's a different feeling. You're not totally on the land. Look at the plane. Look at it. See what I'm saying? It's a huge plane. Wow. Look at that thing. Is it really next to it? No, it wasn't meant to be. That was so pitiful. That was so pitiful. Anyways, but yeah, it's just one of those things that, like, I feel like I'm gonna have to do it, because I'm not gonna learn it unless I just do it. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's scary, but I don't know. I remember people saying, even before I started learning the wheelie, that they found knee knockers to be easier to learn than sit downs. And I was a little taken aback, because I didn't know obviously what I was doing at the time. And oh my god, I can't get, oh, I missed it. Really? So you're just gonna, alright, fuck you then. Yeah, people were saying that they found knee knockers easier to learn than sit downs. And some people are saying, you know, sit downs are easier than knee knockers. Now, I think that's kind of goes with just which one you learn first. Because I feel like if you learn sit downs first, knee knockers are weird, are uncomfortable and scary. But if you learn knee knockers first, then sit downs are uncomfortable and scary, you know? So I think it just comes down to what you learn first. But it's that, I guess it's that same feeling of, like, there's that bird again. I think it's an owl. I don't know. But yeah, it's that same feeling. There's another one. It kind of has the seagull shape, but it's not a seagull. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, it's that same feeling of, like, when you first are learning how to wheelie. That scary feeling, you know, of, like, unsureness. So I think the only way to go about this is to literally just do it. And the best way to do it for me, I guess, is to do it in first gear, because that's the easiest way I can get it up without, you know, like, going too fast if I'm in second gear, and then just kind of washing out and, you know, whatever. Yeah, so I'm not going too fast in first gear. I can do it in first gear and practice the knee knocker, and then after that, or I guess while doing that, get a try and get a good feel for it. And I'm not gonna rush it. Like, I'll take a whole session just like this with just to practice the knee knocker. So I don't know. I'm not gonna rush it, but I want to do that. And I don't like mixing. I don't know. I think, yeah, I don't like mixing things in sessions. Like, you know, today, like how I came out and I was just getting back into it and, you know, doing whatever. I should be focusing on one thing, and like, I want to say one thing only in a session, until I can, you know, comfortably get a good grip of it, or at least achieve that small goal of what I wanted to do. And then, you know, not only just focus on that, because sometimes you do need a break and you need to like just refresh your mind. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna kind of sit, look at the sunset, whatever. But yeah, sometimes you just need to have a break and, you know, take a minute, because it's not always good to just push when learning something, especially because you can burn yourself out. You know, like when I was doing the second gear stuff, because when you get it like a few times, after a certain point, sometimes it just kind of stops clicking and it stops working in your brain, so you kind of just need a reset. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, just taking a minute. Like, I don't have to go anywhere or do anything right now, but I do at some point want to get the knee knockers down, or at least like learn them, because admittedly I don't have to do a knee knocker at all yet. Like, I should 100% should probably spend like all my time just doing first gear sit downs until I'm 100%, you know, maxed out on that skill, pretty much, right? You know, it goes in hand with the saying of like, a person who does 1,000 things good versus a person who practices one thing 1,000 times, or is it like a person who practices 1,000 things once versus a person who practices one thing 1,000 times, sort of something like that, along those lines. I guess the easiest way to put it, if I was to give an example, is like, if you've watched Demon Slayer, you know the character Zenitsu, who literally only has one form, one breathing form, like, you know, thunder breathing, you know, form 1, and, you know, thunder, I think it's thunderclap and flash or something. And basically, yeah, he just practiced that until he mastered it, and he's only got that one form. So it's that same thing. So I think instead of forcing or trying to, you know, like, give myself some leniency and practice different things and mess with the, you know, the skill meter of like what I've been practicing, as opposed to throwing something new into the mix and, you know, messing with the whole thing, I shouldn't be doing that. So we're gonna stick to the one thing until we've mastered it, because not only is it gonna help me just in general, it'll allow me to move into other stuff. Like, once I've mastered that, you know, I can drop back and I can start, you know, learning how to scrape, you know, because all it is, in essence, is just going back further. You speed up and then you drop back and you scrape. You go as far as you can and you scrape the 12 bar. Admittedly, the 12 bar on the Impact Tech one is it seems a lot further in than other 12 bars, so we're gonna have to be careful with that, but, or at least just be wary, because it'll probably end up in a quite a few loops. But anyways, that's something for later down the line. So we'll focus on the one thing right now, nothing else. Just focus on mastering that, you know, because from sit down we can literally do just about anything. You know, we can do one-hander, you know, we can do no-handers, we can do brick hand drags, jeez, 2 hand drags. Oh my gosh, I seen that. Oh, and even I just seen, I forgot his name, gosh darn it, friggin' key out, gas tank open. Like, I just seen that, and obviously that only works when you have low gas, but that was crazy. But yeah, key out even is sick. Key out is awesome. But yeah, oh, even circles, we can learn circles. Sit downs also does kind of go, it's not the same, but are from stop wheelies like the ones we were trying to do before. But I wanted to put a pause on that until, and I'll show you again. It's kind of obvious, like you can see it better when I'm sitting on the bike, but if you literally look straight down onto the foot pegs, this one's straight, right? That's straight for reference. But this one, oh my goodness, it's literally like this compared to this. So you can barely see the foot brake from here. And as mentioned before, the position in doing a foot down from stop wheelie is not comfortable at all. Like, it hurts the joint and like the tendons, because it's going like, my leg is going like this, and this is my foot. Like, how does that make sense? Like, it hurts. It hurts. Like, when people say get out of your comfort zone, that's not what they mean. They mean push yourself out of your comfort zone, not hurt yourself intentionally. So anyways, yeah, that's that. The sun is about to go past the horizon of that bus mechanic shop, or whatever, the bus garage. Oh my goodness. Thailand, it says on the truck trailer. We're gonna continue a little bit. I gotta get into the habit of spending more time in the lot, because sometimes, or I guess I've made the habit of just, you know, coming out for an hour in the lot, even though I have like all the time in the world for the that's actually not true. But like, I don't have to go home, you know what I mean? Like, I can spend all my time here. I mean, it's just one of those things. White belly. Hello, sir. You've got like striped neck. You're an interesting looking bird. Wow. Ooh, and you waddle a little bit? It's got little like string legs, like little beans. You can hear his little, that's his tweet. Tweet. Look at that sunset though. Oh my goodness. The sky is beautiful today. Oh, see, this is the weather that I like though. Like, I don't like it when it's grossly hot, because that's how it's mostly is in the summer. It's just unbearably hot. But when the sun starts going down, it starts getting cool, and there, you know, especially if there's a breeze, it's just perfect. Just perfect. I don't want to go over here because I don't want to disturb the snails. But yeah. Look at the moon. I'm gonna put my music back on. We're gonna vibe a little bit. yeah, so it's not length that I'm trying to go for, like it's not the distance that I'm trying to push, it is the control that I'm trying to get. Like when it looks like I'm like dragging it out, it's because I'm trying to bring it back more, and I'm kind of struggling to do that. Oh, I did the wrong thing there. I'm gonna sit back a little more and try and sit back more. Kind of chasing out because I'm sitting a little bit further back and I'm just trying to get a feel still. I think I might be yapping too much and just not driving. I put it down a lot just because, again, it just doesn't feel right. Sometimes I'll end up dropping down a little too far and I can't bring it back. So I can't bring it back up. Or, you know, sometimes the bike wants to walk in different directions and I can't correct it. So it's usually either or. We're back. I had to undo the screw holding my GoPro on because it wouldn't let the battery out because it was in the way. Oh, that's up. All right, all set. Let's continue. Or not. I should only be going for a foot hook if I'm already like in a point of balance, literally. But yeah, I want to just focus on this one thing because I need to smooth out my throttle hand. I need to understand my rear brake better. And I need to understand balance point better. Like, that's literally it. Like, I need to do this for a month. Even, fuck, if I have to do this for 6 months, then yeah. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because that's what it's going to take. Because I've had the problem. Unfortunately, I had the problem in my life of not kind of sticking to one thing. You know, if I was to take an example, you know, when I used to play Rocket League, if you understand Rocket League, you understand that each car has a different hitbox. Some hitboxes are the same as others, like if you know the bodies, then the Octane and the Fennec is the same hitbox, right? But the Dominus is not. You know, there's like 5 or 6 different hitboxes in the game, right? So I had the problem of just kind of switching hitboxes or switching cars, you know, whenever, and it would throw off my game and my consistency. That's one example. Or when I first started the game and I accidentally made the mistake of, funnily enough, watching freestylers, and being someone who was just starting the game, super enthralled with what they could do, thought I could do exactly that, and kind of just threw myself around in the games, and it was a mess. So I had a whole lot of inconsistencies because of bad habits, and I don't want that anymore. I want to stick to one thing, I want to master that thing, and then I want to go from there. What the heck? Oh, even what's it called? Not example, but like another thing I could learn from sit down is coasters, because I wanted to learn clutch work. And Willie Mocha, thankfully, I asked him how he learned how to do circles, and he said he learned to do coasters first, and that's a great thing to know. Yeah, I need to master this one thing, and then we can move on. Turn my music up when I'm gonna keep going. I'm so glad I found this lot though. Like the lot that I originally started in, and I'm talking about the private lot, the one at the strip club or whatever, the abandoned strip club, is it's nice, it's good, but there's too much weed and weeds and things growing through the cracks now, and it's not good. See if I can steer a little bit. I know I thought I understood it before, but I want to see if I know how now. I just brought it up and started throwing my hips around like a fucking goober. Oh jeez. Alright, let's keep going. Let's try. See if we can steer to the left. And it's not something I should be necessarily practicing right now. I just wanted to see if I could do it, because when the one thing I seen, somebody said you just use your hips to steer the bike. So I don't know. Anyways, I more just want to use it for correction if the bike starts to wander. Okay, so I was going this way, and I kind of just dipped my hips to the right, and it did sort of go to the right. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, that was almost bad. That was almost bad. Oh man. Okay, let's put a pin in that. Let's put a pin in steering right now. Because I came down like almost fully sideways, and I instinctively used my foot to like plant myself and like upright myself to keep from going down. Oh, you know, and another thing too, I don't even necessarily I don't have to learn second gear, because another thing, if I master the first gear, coasters, whatever, I can learn how to, I can learn how to shift into second, third, whatever, in a wheelie too. So yeah, everything good. Everything I can pretty much learn from a sit down. And it's honestly so much easier if you do focus like straight ahead. Like just now, I'm locked in straight ahead, and then I was subconsciously using the throttle to bring myself back, and then I dipped a little bit, pressed the foot brake. And yeah, the more I do this, literally just this, the more comfortable I'm gonna get. And by the time I know it, and I'm gonna say it right now, by the time I know it, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna remember this moment right here, and I'm gonna be at that time when I'm reminiscing on this moment, I'm gonna be scraping, and I'm gonna be like, when I was talking about how hard it was to like drop back and how uncomfortable it was, like that same thing that I was doing before, where it something clicks. Something just clicks. And I think that's going to be another cool moment. There's going to be lots of those, honestly. There's going to be lots of those. Because we're here right now on, what is this, June 2026, June 23rd, I think. And then, whether it's a week or a month, even a couple days from now, I'll be looking back on this moment, remembering how much trouble I was having in this very moment. And I'm going to be doing something so much better than what I was doing just now, you know what I mean? But this is a stepping stone to that, to like my unseen potential, you know what I mean? Like, you have to go from this to get to that. You can't just skip that step. That's the great thing about being a stunt rider or learning how to stunt, is you can't skip steps. There's no easy way to learn, and I love that, because my whole life, that's been my whole problem, is thinking there was an easy way, but there's not. You're gonna get hurt, you're gonna fall, you're gonna mess up, but you have to mess up to learn. You have to know what you did wrong to move forward, and there's no better lesson than messing up, than being thrown from your bike or dropped from your bike or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, there's no better lesson, because unless there was like some catastrophic error, like sometimes, but like I've seen people doing wheelies and they run out of gas, or like their fuel pump shuts off, or something crazy, something like bizarre happens, right? Those things happen. Or like I just seen one recently where a guy was in a wheelie, and I think he hit a bump, and his rear suspension compressed, and it forced his foot down on the brake, and he mousetrapped, like flipped immediately over the bars. Like, it was a split second thing that happened. Like, he hit a little dip in the lot, and it forced his foot down on the foot brake, and he just went straight over the handlebars. It was crazy. Like, there's freak accidents, like, no doubt. But most of the time, it's just user error. Most of the time, it's just user error, or what people would consider a skill issue, because most people, I guess, at least the ones that I've seen, and every stunt rider will tell you, if you don't know how to use the foot brake, or like if you chase out wheelies on like a 1000 or whatever, or you just power wheelie, no clutch, whatever, if you're doing stand-ups with no foot brake, it's so dangerous. It's so much more dangerous to do a power wheelie. catch up. Because, like, okay, even if you do power wheelie, like, just having a good understanding of the foot brake will save you. Like, having that habit, that, you know, that thing in mind of like, hey, I gotta use the foot brake if I'm gonna wheelie, right? But you can't just throw up a wheelie and expect it to go all right? Like, yeah, I could, you know, do this, but that's not a wheelie. Like, it is, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Because if you go too far and you don't have the knowledge and the understanding of the foot brake and how it works and how it can save you, then you're just going to end up looping. You're going to destroy your bike and probably hurt yourself. I don't know. I shouldn't be saying these things. I'm just saying all the general knowledge that people already know in the stunt community versus like the fast boy community, whatever. I'm just saying things that have already been said. I'm, again, not a professional by any means. I'm a beginner stunt rider. I do not know anything. Take everything I say with a grain of salt because I don't know shit. See that? See that? That's my wheelie. Look at me, I can wheelie. Do that to the camera. Just the fast boy things. I would like to get a 1000 again though. I sold my S1000, my 2011 S1000. I would one day down the line after I get a great understanding of, you know, stunting and wheeling and all, not, you know, all that. Get another 1000 one day. You know, because I did originally get, oh my god, voice crack, I've been talking too much. I originally got it, you know, with that influencer mindset of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna ride this, I'm gonna pimp it out, and I'm gonna race down the highway splitting and cutting up, and I'm gonna record it and whatnot. And you know, I somewhat did, but it wasn't very long. It was like a year's worth, maybe not even, of content. So I spent more time on the Grom just because I wanted to stunt more than anything. I'm not even sure like when it occurred to me, but at some point I was just like, I want to stunt, and I knew that the best way to start was to get a Grom. So I went, found a cheap Grom. Again, this thing used to be orange. It used to be completely stock, like, oh my gosh. And yeah, here we are, fully stunted out, doing wheelies. Like, I'm literally reminiscing in my head about when I first started and I was just doing baby wheelies for like a whole hour in a session, thinking, you know, oh, this is it. But you know, I had to humble myself. And you know, there was one point even during that learning where I did almost loop. I got to this point where like I got the bike up here and I freaked out and I took my foot off and I was like, oh my god, I almost looped, because you know, it came up so fast. And it actually wasn't even long after I did start stunning out my bike that you know, I just got to get a better grasp on it. So, and yes, I did, again, fully stunted. I took a lot of time deliberating and contemplating whether I wanted to do full stunt gearing, but then I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna do it, it'll probably help, you know, when I do make my transition to a bigger bike. It doesn't matter, you don't have to, but like, I wanted to personally. People were like, oh, don't fully do stunt gearing if you're just learning this and that. So I did, you know, I spent time learning before I did the stunt gearing. Like, at the very least, I did the springs and I did one tooth down in the front. And then after that, after I had a decent understanding of it, I put that 40 tooth sprocket on, and from there I honestly, I felt like I had a harder time after I put the 40 tooth on, because I felt like I couldn't get it up as easy, weirdly enough. But that's just getting used to it, you know what I mean? You have to get through that, like, as break-in period or like comfort period to really understand it. But I was just a little baby squid then, so so yeah, you know, fast forward to now, and here we are doing wheelies somewhat no problem, still having, you know, our troubles. Not the same troubles as we had back then, because it's at every stage it's different problems, different troubles, you know, different roadblocks, you know, because at every stage you're gonna have something new that's gonna make you know, your learning difficult. You're gonna have, you know, if you're trying to scrape or something, I think your roadblock's gonna be trying to drop back enough to get that scrape. Or like if you're where I am now, you know, it's trying to get comfortable dropping back, or, you know, smoothing out the throttle, or getting, you know, a good enough feel of your foot brake. My foot brake feels good now. And admittedly, you know, if it wasn't for the Brian's R9 video, I wouldn't have known to take off the retention spring on my foot brake, because now it is just immediate brake pressure. It's not, you know, spring and then brake pressure, because it's not necessary on this. You know, I didn't know that was a thing until now. I'm gonna turn my lights on. Oh my god, did you hear that? It bogged, like it empty popped or something. I tried to go for that was so weird. That's happened before. Yeah, there it goes again. Sort of. It just kind of does that sometimes. I say sometimes. But yeah, it's just every stage that you're at, it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're a complete beginner and you don't know how to wheelie, or if you are like basically pro. Everybody has their roadblocks, you know what I mean? Like even Brian 636, I bet you any money, still has his roadblocks when he's trying to, you know, do his wheelies, you know, whether it's he's jumping on a new bike or a bike he's never ridden before. You know, he has to learn the feel of that bike. You know, he has to get an understanding of where the balance point is, and, you know, what RPM you can clutch up at, or, you know, things like that. Just everybody has their own troubles, and you need to understand that to move forward. Because again, as I said, this is one hobby or lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, whatever it is to you, that will humble you, that will not let you take the easy path. You cannot cheat at this game. This is one game that cannot be cheated, because, and some people will say, well, there's wheelie control on like e-bikes and shit. Whatever. That's not even an actual wheelie. Like if somebody's using wheelie control, they're not even actually wheeling, because I'm pretty sure it gets up to a point and then it just cuts the power. It doesn't even let you go past. But anyways, it's not even considered a wheelie, a real wheelie. I wanted to get an e-bike like a Saran one day. I think that'd be pretty cool. Nice out though. I'm enjoying my time here in the lot. You know, and I'm not limited by the lighting either. There's some lights on the building. I wish there was lights here on this line, but it is what it is. Yeah, if I really want, I can go out onto the street, but there's still not a ton of lighting. Oh, I'm just happy to have this lot though, honestly. It's just, I'm grateful. I'm just grateful, honestly and truly, because I didn't think I'd have something like this near me. I thought, you know, most of this stuff was way out near like the big cities and shit. And to be fair, it is. But even the ones out there, like in the big cities, gated off and shit. Yeah, they've got them like gated off, and so you can't just get in. Obviously it's to prevent, you know, trespassers and whatnot. But I'm under the impression Like, my mindset is, if you're not destroying anything, you're not breaking anything, stealing anything, and you're, you know, cleaning up after yourself, I don't see any reason why you couldn't use a parking lot. You know, because from what I've heard, that main lot that they use in Chicago, that most of the stunters go to, whatever, you know, they keep it clean. They'll tear it up, they'll do whatever, but they'll always clean up after themselves. You know, they'll sweep it, scrub the ground, obviously. And it's things like that that make business owners, you know, be all right with us. You know, taking care of the lot that they pay for. You know what I mean? Like, they pay absorbent amounts of money to own this place or lease this place, right? And if you're just destroying it without any, like, accountability, then, like, what's stopping them from calling the police on you and then having you arrested? You know what I mean? Like, it's just not worth it. So if you're gonna be in a lot, take care of it. Because lots, and this is gonna be this might be a little controversial. Lots, especially for stunt riders, are sacred. They are just like a barber. If you have, trust me, if you go to a barber, especially like black barbers, you only have that one barber and you don't go to any other barbers. You cannot trust your hair in anybody else's hands. You can't let anybody else touch your hair. You got a special bond with that barber, and it's the same thing with a lot. You have a special bond with this lot and you cannot destroy it. You cannot take it for granted. Promise you. Yes, you can go to other lots, whatever, but don't destroy your lot. Trust me, it's not worth it. Like, you want to be able to spend all your time here. You want to be able to come back with no problems. You don't want to come back one day and see that it's been fenced off or gated off, or that the friggin' police are waiting for you. That would be the worst. Because it's not even about that you're in a private lot. You can do wheelies, whatever. You can do whatever you want. If you're in a parking lot, you can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter, right? But if you're destroying property, then the police have a problem, and then they have reason to, you know, take you down or arrest you, whatever. You know, so just don't give them the reason. Don't give the building owner or the landowner or whatever, the owner of the place, a reason. Take care of it. You know, take care of it like it was your own. You want to take care of it like it was like your own child. You know what I mean? You know, like, I've looped here once. I didn't necessarily destroy anything. It was just a bit of a scrape on the pavement, or like a light scrape from my foot peg, but that's about it. I didn't break anything. I didn't gouge the pavement, nothing like that. And the lot I was at before, the one, you know, at the strip club, the abandoned strip club, I was good there because I had the maintenance guy come up to me and he gave me permission to be there, because he was like, oh, the owner said you're good to be here, you're not destroying anything, you're not breaking anything, nothing like that, so you're good. So I was like, cool. So I've got permission to be over there, but again, the lot itself is just not ideal. Its conditions are just not not 100% right now. Oh my god, they're freaking nuts. Gotta keep the habit of keeping my finger on the clutch after I clutch up. Smell a bit of burning. I'll try and keep some like downtime between my wheelies. Just so that I'm not like completely spinning out the engine or whatever. I don't know. It's a Honda, but it's, you know, you want to take care of your bike. Doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're beating it to piss, you know, stunting or whatever. If you're banging it off the limiter constantly, you know, obviously you just want to take care of it. Ouch. Hands getting not crampy but sore, my throttle hands. Getting sore, and I'm feeling the calluses developing. Ding 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 ding. Good. Ding ding ding. Keep my grip on the clutch side a little more on there. My hands are getting to that point where they just kind of need a break. Got a little MJ going in my ears. Hell yeah. Love you. You got to for the game. Tell him, MJ. Let's go. Get it. Also, you know what helps? When you're first learning, I would say don't listen to music. But as you get a better understanding of how to wheelie and, you know, whatnot, you can start listening to music, stuff that helps you get in the zone. You know, it's not gonna throw you off. Because at first you want to listen to the bike, you want to feel the bike. Like at first, you want to listen, you know, for, you know, what sounds the bike makes. But over time, you kind of understand, you get a better feeling for it. And then after a certain point, you can kind of just feel the bike itself. Is that one of my things? No, that looks like a cart. I thought that was a part of my bike. Just the fucking tip of a cart. I don't know how people use vapes. point, but it literally wasn't even because I smoked. It was literally just a social piece. So like anytime I would go out, you know, I didn't want to be left out. So, you know, just to be a part of the group, I brought a vape and, you know, I'd go out to smoke with them, you know. That's literally the only time, just to be a part of the group. Like, yeah, you don't have to smoke to go out and talk and whatnot, but it's a bit of, I guess, social anxiety, if you will. That's what you don't want to do, is chase to the point where you get on the limiter. I've been doing that recently. I might head back before it gets totally dark. I just need to adjust my grip so that I'm able to keep my finger on the throttle or on the clutch and keep a tight grip, because obviously when I have one finger off, I have less of a grip. But I find that when I'm up on one wheel, my thumb starts to kind of come off too, and I don't like it. Uh-oh, it's the police. It be the police. If they ask me to, I have no problems with the police. Like if I'm asked to leave, I'll leave. You know what I mean? It's good to be respectful to them, especially as a stunt rider, because you don't want any issues, like, you know, getting arrested for no reason or some shit like that. Some stupid, if you have too much of an ego. But yeah, if you're in a parking lot, you typically don't get any trouble. Obviously, just don't want you destroying anything. Because most businesses have cameras and shit, you know, that they can see you from home or their phone or whatever. Behind this building, I don't know why. There's not really much, there's nothing back there. Like I went back there the other night, like last week or something. I don't know. There's nothing back there. Oh, my legs getting a little achy. They're just finding a place to, I was gonna say park, or like wait, but bringing it up to balance point as fast as I should be. That's why I end up chasing so much. And my foot's getting achy bakey. I feel like I can't focus right now. That and my hands and shit are aching. Should probably take a break or just head home. Okay. Anyways, I think we're gonna leave it here. Oh, freaking hands, man. My hands, throttle hand, it's achy. My foot brake leg is getting achy. So I think that's a sign that I should take off, or at least take a break. I didn't bring any water or food or anything, so at least for next time, we know if we're spending long times in the lot that we should bring water, because it's always good to hydrate. Typically, I do always drink water. Like, I always have a water bottle with me, but I just don't like carrying a backpack with me and like leaving it, you know what I mean? Even though I'm in the lot alone. So anyways, with that being said, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me in the lot. And I'm done.